Welcome to the Dojo Mojo Casa House. I am Sean.
Kevin.
Oh,
Ryan.
And we are
the Parlay Bros.
We have merch.
Yes.
We have shirt merch.
Yes.
Hook us up. Let us know if you want one. So we are super close to football season, guys.
The countdown has begun.
Weeks away.
The
We are getting
countdown
close.
has begun.
Ryan, you were talking about some square stuff.
Yeah, so super cool. So one thing that's really kind of fun to do is squares. And so if you've never heard of a square before, what happens is you get scores. And so basically you get a 3 or a 7. And then depending on where that quarter ends, you look at the last two numbers. If it's 0 and 7, you win that square. A lot of people do Super Bowl squares. A new thing they now have is called primetime game squares.
That's so cool.
And so there's 45 primetime games, which I thought was quite a bit.
That's a lot.
So you think of all the Thursday night, all the Sunday night, all the Monday night, and then actually all the Christmas games and the Thanksgiving games.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Those games are all considered primetime games. So there's 45 of them.
That's a lot, man.
And so it's kind of fun. And so now they're doing this thing called primetime squares. And so every single game, you'll get a square number.
I'm excited.
And so it kind of changes. And so, you know, as everyone knows, the square numbers, you always want 0s and 7s and 3s.
Threes, yep.
0, 7s, and 3s are always the good ones. What's actually very interesting, talking about squares, is our good friend Circa in Vegas. You can actually buy the squares, and you can actually pick the numbers you want. And if you go 0, 3, this is for the Super Bowl, obviously. The 0, 3, 0, 7 are like $500 a square, and like 1, 2 is like $50 a square.
Okay, yeah.
So it just kind of shows you the probability of hitting a 0, 3, and 7 is so much greater than all the other numbers.
That's awesome.
I love it. I think my favorite thing about that is going to be like the gamely text of a primetime game. It's like, hey, our numbers today are.
Yes.
So it's like the lottery.
It is.
Like 4 games.
It's like the little ping pong balls.
Yes,
come
it's
up.
like, what do we got? What do we got?
Oh,
we
you guys
got
remember as a
in
kid
there.
watching that, like the local news at like 7
Yeah,
o'clock? You're
yes.
like, and it's 7. And you're like, oh man, 6 started.
Yes.
Can I get 2 numbers in
Yeah.
there? Well, the cool thing about that is like now we're like on the precipice of like these things are coming out. Like,
Yes.
I'm like, that's like, and that's every quarter. So each quarter, those
Yeah,
numbers come out.
yeah,
quarter.
So four times a game.
Ooh.
And so what I'm so excited about is just as gambling has widened and got bigger. You know, as everyone remembers, it started with fantasy football. So many years ago, that was kind of the way you used to
it's like
gamble.
the back alley.
Yeah. And now we're literally doing squares, which is usually only a Super Bowl thing, for all the primetime games. You know what I mean?
So
And so
smart.
it's just kind of continuing to kind of grow and get bigger.
That's true, because
Yeah.
I feel like your fantasy football drafts were all like undercover, like in basements.
Yes,
It's like in the
yes.
guys,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
get
Oh,
down
yeah.
there. Don't.
Yeah.
There's certain code to get
Yeah,
in.
right.
Now it's like just go to your local, like, I don't know, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got the drafts out
Got the
loud.
board.
It's so crazy
Yeah.
how
Clock.
far things have come, and like even on ESPN, they have entire shows that are all
Yeah.
about spreads and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Have you guys
Yeah.
done any drafts yet for fantasy?
I
I've
did
not
one.
yet.
I did one.
Oh, nice. Nice.
We got one
Were you
on
guys
the way,
happy
which
with your picks?
Did you guys
Yeah.
did you guys do it in person or did you do it at home?
online.
Lame.
I know.
Nice.
Trust me, it's not my favorite way of drafting, but
Dude,
that's
you know
I
how
do it.
hard it is to get 10 adults together?
I know,
on the
but-
same
but-
schedule.
But it's amazing. It's so funny. They have all these TikTok videos being like, "Are you doing your draft in your basement, or are you doing it like?" And they show like at Circle, like at the big pool party and
Yeah.
stuff. And you're like, you just got to make the effort to get together
I love
for
it.
these things because
Yeah.
it's just
or
so
as
much
many
fun.
as you can.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
So if you don't get all 10, at least get four guys
4 or
together.
5,
Yeah.
and then you can teams them in or whatever. Are
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
doing it teams or just everything's online?
Everything was online. There was
Yeah.
10 players, 10 teams pretty much entered, and there was a snake draft, 1 keeper, and then pretty much snake draft. Then went from there. So my keeper was CMC,
Nice.
and then and then it's kind of just fun because like we're drafting, and like a friend of mine, Chase, he drafted Jeremiah Love. I was like, that's a good pick, and then he gets a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Which I want to talk
Sprain.
about that injury real quick because we're going to
Go
talk
ahead,
about
go
football.
ahead.
Ready?
Yes.
So preseason game, right? You start you play your stars maybe for a couple reps here and there, and then
Yep.
you sit them, right?
Yep.
Can you want to guess how many rushes Jeremiah Love played against the Raiders on a game that did not matter?
I'm gonna guess 23.
It's a high number.
I'm gonna
man.
get 7.
How many? You got?
No, they gave him like
I just feel they wanna
think I
work
looked,
him.
it was like 14, 16.
14
Wow.
on the dot. And
Yeah,
guess
14.
which one caused
Wow.
the injury?
14.
14,
14, yeah,
20. He's like,
yeah.
hey, he's on the ground.
Well,
get him
yeah,
out.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
always going to be the last one that he had, right?
That's true. Good
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's that number. It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why did you need to have 14
Yeah.
rushes
Yeah,
with the
like,
guy?
it
One
was-
thing I think of is they want to like get him in, get him
Yeah.
feeling comfortable. He's a
But-
big dude.
But
I w-
if he's going to be your starter, you don't.
Yeah. It's a fine line with preseason because you want to get the guys the reps and you want to get them to work, but you also don't want to get them hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And then at that point, too, you drafted him high as well because I feel like that was
Yeah.
that was the 4th pick, I believe, correct?
Yeah,
and
he
it
was
went
a high
to
pick.
Yeah.
it went to Arizona
So,
for that.
from what I understand, though, they think he'll play game 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll play
high
game
ankle sprain is usually like a month, from what I understand.
Yeah,
So like we
That's
we
3
got
weeks out.
about 3 to 4 weeks,
3 weeks
before
out.
the first game.
And the reason I love fantasy football is because then you start looking at, okay, so what's the depth chart look like? Because you got to see, okay, who can we start, who's also going to come up and step up into that role, right? So look at your Tyler Algiers. James Conner's come on the third because like Tyler Algier always played the backup role when he played behind Bijan. So for Atlanta, so you kind of have all that. So again, these are the things you start talking about more and more now as it gets closer to the kickoff season, which is why it's so exciting.
It's so much fun, and like you said, it's amazing how much fantasy football helps you in betting.
Absolutely,
because as you're figuring out your lineups, you're like, okay, what kind of defense are they running here? How many points is my offense going to get? Which is a direct correlation to is the team going to win or not? You know what I mean? And so for me, and especially player props, I've really seen myself as well as others really evolve into betting more player props. I used to really only bet just sides, and then it's like, and I started to add a little bit over-unders, and now every weekend we're looking at player props. And so it really starts to broaden the spectrum of what you can bet on.
Yeah, this is the year I think I'm going to follow your lead, and start doing the actual in-game betting.
In-game
I
is
never
amazing.
do that.
Yeah.
And I want to do that this year.
I definitely like the in-game betting, and I think the one thing I want to do more this year is more keeping track of my bets.
Yes, we have to do that.
We kind of create this sort of like template of like a PowerPoint or just something, just what you bet on.
Juice reels.
Juice reels. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll do it for you.
It does do it for you.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, Juice Reel, and it's a free app.
But you got to watch out. Like if one of your buddies asks you to make a bet for you.
Oh, like
you know, they
like
can add it to your total.
The funny thing about that is that one of our friends like, my numbers on Juice Reel are terrible. It's like, but I do all these bets for you, so you're like 90% of this.
Did you get accused of
I
that?
did. Like I'm a percentage, but I'm going 90%.
That must have been Sean.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he told me about
To be fair, though, I want to say that like you I've gotten those calls a couple of times, at least 3 last year. I think you were 1 for 3 on those calls.
Yeah, it was not good. Yeah,
it was on hockey on top of it.
Exactly.
It was bad on football, but good on hockey.
Yeah.
It was
definitely.
on your team.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. All right, let's go football, NFL.
NFL.
So we're gonna go the NFC East today, which is actually a really interesting division because the Eagles have kind of owned it lately, as they've been to the Super Bowl multiple times.
Yep.
Couple major news with the Eagles, though. As everyone knows, A.J. Brown is no longer there.
Yep.
This is an interesting one because he is an amazing receiver, but every year I feel like we're spending so much time talking about him not being happy.
Yeah.
And so you always kind of wonder, how much does that actually hurt the team? Does it not hurt the team? Because I know for a fact, watching some Eagles games, Jalen would force the ball to him, and then you get like interception or you get incompletion. And it's like, and to not have that extra pressure, I think it might be a good thing.
I agree. It's funny enough, actually, they asked A.J. Brown in an interview a couple days ago, or if not recent, has he talked to Hurts? And the answer was no, they have not talked since they left each other's buildings. But not for anything bad, just because they just had an opportunity. So I think I read that the next time that they'll probably talk or see each other is when they do like a preseason game in Foxborough.
Okay.
So I think that'll probably be the next time that they do for sure talk to each other. But
Yeah.
so it just kind of goes to show you that. Now, you do lose A.J. Brown, but did you see who they picked up?
Who did they pick up?
So they got Dontavian Wicks from the Packers, I believe, and then they got Hollywood Brown.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yes.
So you trade, which don't get me wrong, obviously the quality of players is a little different, but you're getting 2 receivers now, kind of spreading it out a little bit. Devontae Smith is still there. So
I love the Slim Reaper.
I do too. I love the Slim Reaper. Yes, right. He's good. He's fast.
He's so fast.
He's slick. He's a good player. And Saquon can catch the ball in the backfield as well. So.
You know what's so crazy? I think Saquon's gonna have a huge bounce back year this year. You know, they usually say once a running back does so well, the next year's hard on them because they had so many carries. The following year they just bounce right back.
Are you doing any yardage preseason stuff? Like,
I am not doing that, but as far as the teams go, so Philadelphia is by far the favorite at minus 125. The one I'm actually looking at is Dallas. So Dallas is plus 210 to win the division. The reason I like Dallas is I just feel that their offense, I mean, Dak is amazing. And Carl Pickens is, I really think he's escalating to a tier 1 guy. So you have CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. I mean, but those guys are absolutely amazing. And every year I feel like they continue to draft for defensive players. And so as long as the defense can continue to get better and better, because everyone knows they traded away Micah Parsons, so they got those early picks from Green Bay, which they then reinvested into defensive players.
Yeah, they definitely have to work on their defense. So in that division, I do lean towards the Eagles because they had the 5th ranked defense from last season.
They do. They're really good.
And to me, if you ask me, I've watched it year after year. Defense wins championships.
I feel like that's part of also why last year, they weren't so worried about feeding the ball to their wide receivers as much.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like AJ Brown felt like his stock was losing
Yeah,
a little
100%.
bit.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to score as many points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a
You
good
know,
point.
so they just had to keep the ball on the ground, keep from getting interceptions as best as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Cowboys defense was ranked last year overall 30.
yeah, no, they're terrible.
Oh, yeah,
but
they're
they've
bad.
made
So
the
you have a
investments.
huge difference
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's great for fantasy because then they
Mhm.
have to score.
They do.
points.
You're
Yes.
right. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. And for me, I really see this as a 2-horse race. Because to me, I really feel the Giants are probably like 2 or 3 years away from actually being
But
good.
they're building something special.
They're definitely are building something
Yeah,
special.
they're building up.
You know what I mean? They're definitely the problem is Jackson Dart. He runs around. He even got hurt in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
He had
You
almost
gotta,
like a
protect
concussion.
yourself, man.
And it's like the guy had like so many concussions last year, and then preseason the guy gets his head smashed. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we doing right now? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I know. It's
And
like,
so-
guys, you can't hurt yourself. Like,
Yeah.
just take the slide, throw the ball
That's
away.
what I mean.
Like, priority number
Exactly.
one, do
He's
not
really
hurt.
good. He's actually a really good thrower. He's a
Yeah.
really good runner, but it's like you said, you can't take those hits.
You can't be Cam Scattaboo and eat crayons
Yes.
all day, right?
Yes.
Like,
And so, and then I really feel that Washington. I feel like the problem with them is Jaden Danielson is just he's too skinny, man. Like he's gonna get hurt again. Like I just feel like I just got done watching quarterback, and you just watch him taking those hits, and obviously, as you guys all know, he got injured last year.
Mhm.
I feel Washington's one injury away
I
from
know.
not being great again.
Yeah, if they lose
Yeah.
him again, they're in trouble. Did you see the latest drama with out of Washington, pretty much with Daniels?
No,
So his manager, which happens to be his,
his
mother,
mom. Yes.
is
Oh,
Momager.
I remember.
she brought up to LSU that she doesn't want anyone to use number 5 because they promised this top recruit coming out of high school that they'd play number 5.
Okay.
Well, she made sure to point out that number 5 on LSU is Jaden Daniels. So correct. I know, isn't that
yeah,
crazy?
That's insane.
They told him.
Want to retire his number? What the heck?
No, they told LSU that they can't use Jaden Daniels in any more promotional stuff unless they reserve his number.
Wow.
His
See, I
number
don't like
can't
when
be
you have your
used.
mom. Like
I'm
Lamar
telling
Jackson
you,
did
man.
that.
Like,
That was
it's-
the worst.
It's messed up.
Yeah, I know it's a business and all that. We talked about this a few weeks
Yeah.
ago with Baker, but it's like, I don't know. These guys are making a fortune.
These
it's
moves
a
are
fun
terrible.
game. It's like
Yeah.
they need happiness coaches to get some
Yeah.
levity of like.
Well, the
guys,
thing is
it's
too
okay. You have a
is
good
Joe
gig.
Burrow like set the season record for touchdowns.
Correct.
and yards.
Exactly.
He's not
Yeah.
asking for his number to be retired.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so it's like I
He's
mean,
not even the
even
best.
this recent of time, you're not even the best.
Absolutely.
So
Kidding.
yeah, that's insane.
Michael Irvin, number 88.
Yeah.
I mean, he loves that people are carrying on his number.
Mhm.
CeeDee Lamb, number 88.
He actually loves that.
Des
Yeah.
Bryant, number 88.
Exactly.
And then it's just
like
you
a
talk.
tradition.
It's a
Yes,
tradition. Number
exactly.
88 as a Cowboy
Yeah.
means
Yes,
something.
it means
So-
something.
I thought it was super cool that Michael Irvin too at all the Miami games was like on the sideline
Yes.
going berserk.
Yes.
Yes.
that was
He was-
cool. I
that's
loved
He
it.
has some
cool.
crazy eyes.
I
Yeah.
was like, he was in it.
He
Yeah,
was in
I know.
it. He was
Yeah,
like,
I love
You're not playing.
I'm pretty sure I heard he headbutted a player that was
Yeah,
just
dude,
bare,
he's
no
insane.
helmet, just
Yeah.
pow.
He's like, I already played.
And so sometimes it's kind of fun to do the exact. You pick the 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could do Dallas, Philly, or Philly, Dallas. And I think either one of those, they're both one's 5-1, one's like 4-1.
Yeah.
You do that either way. As long as one of those two happen, you
I
win.
love that you already know that number. That's a
Yeah.
great. You're up. No matter
Yeah.
what you play that, so I think you're good.
That's what I'm thinking because
I
it's
love
like,
it.
I mean, I don't see the Giants or
Not at
the
all.
Commanders kind of bumping into that echelon there. You
Nope.
know what I mean? And
That
so
is
it's kind of
perfect.
I kind of think that might be the way I'm going to play it.
Are you doing the under win total for any teams in that conference?
No,
Or
I
win?
haven't. I didn't pick any for that. I
No
just
hating on the Giants.
no
again?
hating on the
That was
Giants
fun.
this year. Last year was great.
was fun.
I was actually a lot of fun. I really hated them quite a bit every week. This
No,
year
you
I'll
like
be
walk
hating
by a
on the
TV, you're like,
Carolina.
"Hey, Giants,
I know exactly.
fumble the ball.
What
Exactly.
what are the win totals, the lines?
I gotta pull
We
it up.
could look at them. I want
Yeah.
us to. So I know before he pulls out, let's go over some of the ones I know. Arizona Cardinals is 4.5.
4.5?
4.5. That's the lowest. I bring that up because that's
Whoa.
the lowest one.
Man.
So if I had to guess, the Giants would be right there at 5.5, maybe
That is
6.5.
low.
Washington.
Well, new coach, so
Hardball.
Yeah,
Hardball's
with
there.
Hardball there. They might have bumped him up to 6 to 7.
6.5. I don't think it goes
Yeah.
7.5, but we're about to find out right now with the Henry.
right
and
now.
Yeah,
Indiana.
you know it's the Hardball effect, right? And
Yeah.
they still have Cam Scattaboo, who's still alive.
Oh,
the Giants are 7.5.
7.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a big upgrade.
That's a big upgrade, man.
What was
Yeah.
it last year? Was it 4?
5.5.
5.5.
They still have Daniels.
And then the
No, not
Eagles.
Daniels.
The Eagles
No.
are 10.5.
Okay.
Cowboys
So,
will probably be 10.5 too if the Eagles are there.
I'm gonna go 9.5. The Cowboys. Cowboys are 9.5.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then Washington will be
6.5.
7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Real quick though to what you were saying. Back to Giants. That's a bounce around, but the Giants just signed Najee Harris. And the reason I think is if you watched the preseason game, Tracy, I'm drawing his blank, I can't think of his last name right now, but the backup running back to Cam Scatterboo, he missed a really big block, and you just see Jackson take a big hit. I think there's some issues there, so they need some pass blocking from the running back. So if that's not happening, then I think that's why Najee's there. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Did you pull those up yet?
yeah, no, so he got it.
I don't know. Yeah.
So we're going Washington under.
Yep. Definitely go Washington under, Giants under, Cowboys over, and Eagles over.
Eagles over.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it, and it really truly is like.
No, I really feel that's. I really feel there's such a divide. I think between the teams.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tyron Tracy, that's the running back.
Tyron
That
Tracy,
missed- That's the one that
Yeah,
missed,
that's right.
missed his block, and it's like, man, we're gonna need someone that can do that.
Yeah,
and
you need to
Najee
make
wasn't
those
playing,
blocks.
so
Yeah.
It's
you
actually
need
interesting
that.
too. The one thing I was looking at too is Jackson Dart's under like 3,400 yards passing because I feel like he's gonna get hurt.
Oh,
I feel like it's
That's
just
a lot
like
of yards.
it's a lot of yards for a
Tons
guy
of
that
yards.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna get hurt.
Is it the same? Is it
Yeah.
the same line as Mendoza?
It's
What was
very
Mendoza?
close.
Really close. To
Very close.
Then bizarre to
That's a
you.
lot of yards.
One quarterback that's guaranteed to start the
Yeah.
season, play the whole way, which
They
is
think
Dart.
Mendoza is gonna play. I think I love the under on that guy too
I don't like. Yeah, I love the under.
because I think Cousins is good. You know what
Why
I mean?
pay Cousins? Why bring him in if you're not gonna
Yeah.
let him, let
What's
let
the yardage
Mendoza?
on Mendoza?
It's really close to the
It's
same.
super
That's why I
close,
remember
yeah.
it being
Really?
about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I was gonna say
And he's not even starting.
I got
He's not starting, yeah.
I love it. I kind of like the under on some of these
Yes,
things
you have
because
to.
like injuries.
So the under the last 5 years has been 67% a winner.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
if you just bet every single under, you'd win 67% of the time.
Oh, on all player props.
All player props.
That makes so much sense.
Because everyone wants to bet the over. No one
You know
wants to
what?
bet the
That
under.
makes
Yeah,
so much
everyone
sense.
likes cheering for more.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
You
Like
know,
I had Bucky. He had a foot or injury or
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah.
we had what's his face with the
Antonio Brown.
foot burn from the cryogenic thing. Like
Oh, Antonio
that is such a
Brown.
better way to do it. Yeah, that,
Yeah.
that would be an interesting thing to just like take like 100 of the most popular player props and just down the board go under.
Mm-hmm.
For
just
example,
hate.
Mike Evans. I wonder what his receiving yard is. I'd take the under because honestly, he's
Right.
already got some quad injuries,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And,
Yeah.
and if he gets
stop.
injured again,
And he's already made his stake in like the Hall of Fame and any
Yeah.
of like
800
like,
yards. For who? Mike Evans.
that doesn't sound like a lot.
Okay, that's really low.
That's not a lot.
Not a lot.
Because what's that like 45 yards?
Considering
a
he's
game?
at 1,000 yards every year he's been in the league.
except
Yeah,
last year where he
except
got
for
hurt.
last year.
He
Yeah.
missed it last year.
Yeah.
But he did still break. What record did he break again? They kind of forced it.
catches.
Oh, no, but I think it was just for the Bucks organization. I think it was just
Yeah.
the most like
800 is kind of low.
That's kind
Yeah,
that's not a
that is
lot.
pretty
I mean,
low.
there's 16 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like to look at receivers and players that are of a certain age
Yeah.
Mhm.
at that point because I think they said like the top 10 in that 50% will miss their number
Yeah.
because of injuries. It's
By the
all
way,
about injuries.
they brought Mendoza's line down 1,000 yards.
1,000?
He's now 2,100. Isn't that crazy?
2,100?
2,100. He was at 31.
See, but
But
again,
he's still not the starter.
He's not a starter. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
So some of
Kirk
those
Cousins
are
pretty
kind of
good.
fun, huh?
I mean, he can ball.
Like he,
Kirk O'James?
He puts
Kirk
them
James,
up.
bro.
Yeah.
Great clips.
So,
Dude,
but yeah,
that's
so
hilarious.
it's kind of fun. But I do want to do more player props. I love doing player props. It's kind of fun. You know, you don't ever want anyone to get injured, but then like if that happens, you kind of win the bet.
Well, it's just fun to watch too, even if it's
Yeah.
one game. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
you have
yeah.
Something to hold
Oh
watch.
yeah,
yes.
yeah, definitely.
All right, should we go college?
Yeah.
Go college.
All right, here's the deal. Pac-12. Whoa,
Oh.
these guys got rated. Like this conference used to be cool.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like Oregon used to be in it.
Yep.
Stanford, all these
Yep.
kind of like marquee good schools.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the lineup for Pac-12, which by the way, there's only 8 teams in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, we did some research over the weekend to prepare, and I was blown away. It's been a while since I've looked at the Pac-12. This is the Conference of State. So every single school in here is a state school. Nothing wrong with that. But it just was interesting, like, this conference is taking a beating. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody has initial thoughts. I can go through it. But,
Through it.
okay, so for the Pac-12, there's 8 teams now.
Yep.
Last
Last year there was like 2.
What?
Remember last year there was like 2 teams in the Pac-12.
Oh, my gosh.
That-
Yeah, because
they-
all the Mountain West
Everybody
they
teams.
had to move some up.
Yeah. So most of those teams are Mountain West teams.
Yes, they are.
Because all the real Pac-12 teams went to the Big Ten and left.
Yep. So the favorite in the Pac-12 is Boise
Boise
State.
State, yeah, that's
No
what-
surprise there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach Spencer Danielson is back. Their quarterback Madison is really good, and they've got 2 top running backs in Riley and Gaines, and almost all their starting offensive line. they're probably going to win the conference. They're the odds favorite, and Phil Steele has them as a 23 national power rating,
That's pretty good.
the highest power rated team in the conference.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because San Diego State is the tier below, according to the odds makers. To win the conference is plus 470.
Okay.
However, Phil Steele likes Fresno State in the number 2 spot, and they're the 35 national power rating. So I'm not sure why the odds makers got that flipped. But so Fresno State is a plus 570. Then it starts to drop down. We've got the Texas State Bobcats at plus 710, Washington State, Utah State, Oregon State, Colorado State. Colorado State is 18-1 to win the conference. It's kind of a 2 or 3 horse race between Boise, San Diego, and Fresno State.
Yeah, the real problem with the Pac-12 too is it's hard to watch the Pac-12. Well, the reason being
it's
also,
tough
they're not on TV.
It's tough to find them on TV.
That's exactly
no, they
right.
actually have a Pac-12 network because one year we bet on Utah when they're in the Pac-12, and you can't ever watch the Pac-12 games. And so they literally make it difficult for you to watch the games on TV because no one's buying the Pac-12 network.
No. And not only that, but even if they do sneak on ESPN, I always feel like it's like I'll have like a 14-game parlay.
Yeah.
And I got like 7 in a row, and I'm riding a high like, oh my gosh, this could happen. I'm sending texts out.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, this guy's crazy. And then I end up losing game 11, and I'm bummed out. And then it's late at night, and like Utah State's playing Colorado State.
Yeah.
And it's just like a crappy game. No one's in the stands. Do I chase this?
It's the time zone. I think
It's the time zone.
The time zone makes it
100%
really hard to
time
watch.
zone.
If it's 10 o'clock at night, it's 1 in the morning. The games are on.
That's exactly right.
And no one's at the games, too. I got to admit, like when you watch these games, it's like a high school vibe.
Not good.
You know, like there's just it's like the whole production about. Anyways, okay. So I've got 2 plays on this. Jump in if anybody wants, but I've got the 2 bets I like for the over/under win totals. I mean, you could pick Boise State to win the conference. You'd probably win. Boise State, their win total is only 8.5. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Super low.
Yeah, it's very low. And just real quick, I kind of went over the head coach. Their offensive line is back. I did look through their. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Is it juiced pretty heavily to the over?
Hold on one second. I just
Because
had
that
this.
feels
Minus 140.
That's what I'm saying. That feels like that should not be that.
There we go. 1 second.
We're doing it live, guys.
Boise
We're
State.
doing it live.
Okay, so listen to this lineup.
Yeah.
So Boise State plays at Oregon. That's a loss. But then they play Memphis, which they should win that game, even though Memphis is improved. Then they play South Dakota, they'll win. Western Michigan win. Utah State, Fresno State, Washington State, Texas State, Colorado State, Oregon State.
Yeah, it's minus 155.
Dude, these guys could be like 11-1. I mean,
Yeah.
the only loss for sure is Oregon. The only other game you could say is a toss-up is maybe San Diego State, maybe Fresno State. If they lost all of them, they're still 9-3.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, it'd be pretty hard to not hit this,
yeah,
in my opinion.
I agree.
So I would go over the 8.5 for Boise State. That would be my pick. And then the other pick that I was reading through this magazine, the Texas State Bobcats are plus 6.5. Phil Steele's pretty hot on them. His quote was, "This is a prime opportunity to be in the Pac-12 with their quarterback back and their top 4 wide receivers all coming back and their entire defensive secondary, linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks." So Phil Steele thought they could get over 6.5. So you could play Texas State Bobcats over 6.5. If I were going to play anything, I think I'm just going to put a little bet on Boise State on the win total over.
The thing is that Texas State is actually plus money on the over. Plus 120.
Yeah, Phil Steele was reading his whole thing, and he's pretty high on them.
Yeah.
So
that
the
might be
conference
the
is
play.
just so weak. I mean, it's like
Super weak.
in terms of like we've done the SEC now, Big Ten. Those have been pretty fun. This one was like, dang man, this is rough. So if we have time, maybe we'll do like a couple of the other conferences before the season starts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For next week?
Yeah.
Next week I want to talk about Heisman.
Yes.
I like
So
that.
I want to talk Heisman because I've been reading a lot about Sayin, maybe a little bit more, Dante Moore.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can talk about some Natty Championship.
I love it.
About.
I love that.
And then we can even do the same thing, roll that into the NFL as well once we get through some more divisions. So
I like it.
Yes. I did make a pretty large bet on the Rays to win the World Series.
did you?
Ooh.
I did, and the reason for that is I think it's 12 or 13-1, right?
10-1. 10.
Yep, 10-1.
10-1.
And the thinking is that they're leading, the conference right now, their division. And so if they can just get in the playoffs, maybe I can hedge that.
Yes.
This is so key. Actually, Owen and I had this conversation actually at the Rays game,
Yeah.
kind of saying we know the Dodgers are amazing. Everyone knows
Yeah.
that, right?
That's
But
not
if
a-
you
yeah.
get to the World Series at a 10-1 ticket odd,
Yeah.
the amount you could hedge is absolutely amazing. Because you're playing against the Yankees, which you've already beaten multiple times.
And
You're already
beating.
You're beating, yeah, exactly. You're gonna have home field advantage, and so it's really genius because of the ability to hedge this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a hedge play,
Yeah,
No, I
because,
love it.
because the Dodgers are really good.
which we probably should have done with the Miami bet.
We
But
should have
I
done
kind of
that.
wanted to let that run.
I know that was bad.
So,
But this is a new year, and we're
That's
betting
right.
differently.
New
Now
year,
we're hedging
new
now.
you.
Now we're
It is, and I'm diversifying things,
Yes.
which is cool.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
All right, what else we got before we wrap up? Anything?
nothing new other than Scotty finally won one.
that was
Yeah.
so cool. I was
Isn't that
watching
crazy?
that. I
So
know.
real quick story, bad story, but it's a true story. Me and Ryan are golfing on Thursday,
Yes.
and the tournament already started, and Scotty was back. I don't know what he was back. I'm
Yeah.
sure the odds were great. We didn't even look.
Yeah.
He's like, should we get on Scotty? I'm thinking about my golf game, so I was like, nah, man, he hasn't won since January.
Yeah.
And then I think a Friday, he's like, guess who's in it? And he's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
And at that point, that ship had sailed,
it's-
buddy.
yeah,
He just
exactly.
ran away with
Exactly,
it. I think he
yeah.
won by some crazy number.
Yeah, he
He
dominated.
won by 8 strokes, I
He's
think.
been holding back. He's
He was
just
just waiting to win the FedEx,
Well, I
I
was
guess.
gonna say the FedEx pays the most. He's,
Yeah.
he's looking
So
good.
golf's done, right?
No, it's two
No.
more tournaments.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What's the next one?
So now they're down to 50 people. So they started with 70.
Oh, wow.
Now they're down to 50. They're going to 30. And so you have to be the top 50 in the world are now in this next one.
Yes. So we still got some more action.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll have to get Mr. Sean on here. Get some
Yep.
picks. So.
Yes, I'd love
All
it.
right, that wraps that up for us. Have a good one. Enjoy your bets. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
Yes.